Now, you're gonna hate me saying this, but if you only focus on working out your body, then you're only half strong. Because the reality is our minds are far more powerful than our muscles. You can have the physique of an Olympian, but if your mind crumbles under pressure, then who are you really? Today we're going to talk about something that's been overlooked for far too long, especially here in the men's space, your mental game. I want you to grab a pen and paper because we're going through 5 ways to level up your mental strength. The first way to unlock your mental strength is by embracing stillness. Most guys deal with stress by burying themselves in work or other distractions. Listen, it's not bad to be busy. In fact, I encourage you to be productive, but there needs to be a balance. And this requires you to embrace periods of stillness. I know it sounds boring, but trust me, this is where the real growth happens. The thing is, our society glorifies business. We're always told to hustle, grind, and go after it, but no one teaches you how to switch off. That's why I want you to implement one simple rule into your life. Every single day, take 10 minutes to disconnect from everything and just be present in the moment. Disconnect from your phone, close your eyes, and observe your surroundings. It might feel awkward at first, but over time, this will become easier. This practice isn't about achieving anything. It's about embracing the present moment without judgment. Over time, this will build your mental strength and teach you valuable lessons. You'll learn to sit with discomfort, which is essential for facing challenges in life. You see, in a world full of distractions, stillness can be uncomfortable, but it's in that stillness that you'll find clarity, reduce stress, and ultimately become stronger mentally. So make it a habit to embrace the stillness, even if it's just for 10 minutes a day. Now, next up, let's discuss the power of mindset, specifically how to reframe negative thoughts. Now this ties in with what we just discussed. A lot of times we get caught up in the business of life and we end up stuffing our emotions. We escape to work, video games, or any other form of escapism. However, the best way to strengthen your mental game is to confront these emotions head on. Let me share a story with you. When I was younger, I had a really bad temper. I remember one time I was stuck in traffic and I started getting angry. That anger was building up inside me, and if I didn't do anything about it, it would explode. So I decided to try something different. Instead of letting the anger consume me, I chose to reframe the situation. I took a deep breath, closed my eyes, and visualized the traffic as a metaphor for life. I realized that sometimes things just don't go our way, and that's okay. We can't control every situation, but we can control our reactions. Once I shifted my perspective, the anger started to fade away and I felt a sense of calm wash over me. You see, the mind is incredibly powerful and we have the ability to reframe negative thoughts into positive ones. When faced with a setback, instead of thinking I'm so unlucky, try saying this is a test of my resilience. By reframing your thoughts in this way, you'll be able to bounce back quickly from any obstacle. Remember, it's not about avoiding negative thoughts. It's about choosing how you respond to them. You have the power to turn any negative situation into a positive learning experience. So embrace challenges and use them as opportunities to grow mentally. Moving on to the third way to level up your mental game, which is mastering your emotions. Emotions are like waves crashing against the shore. They come and go. It's normal to experience a range of emotions throughout the day, but it's how we respond to these emotions that truly matters. I remember a time when I felt overwhelmed with the responsibilities of running a business. I was struggling to find a balance between work and personal life, and it was taking a toll on me. I was constantly feeling stressed and anxious. However, instead of letting these emotions control me, I chose to take a step back and analyze the situation. I asked myself, how am I responding to this stress? I realized that I was catastrophizing and assuming the worst-case scenario. I was also holding on to grudges and not letting go of past mistakes. These negative thought patterns were only making the situation worse. That's when I decided to do something drastic. I went on a solo trip to the mountains, to disconnect from everything. It was during this trip that I had a breakthrough. I realized that I needed to take responsibility for my emotions and not let them control me. I needed to learn how to process my emotions in a healthy way and not stuff them down or escape them. Upon returning home, I made a conscious effort to practice mindfulness and self-reflection. I started journaling, meditating, and spending time in nature. I also reached out to friends and family for support and understanding. It was a long and challenging process, but over time I learned to master my emotions and find a balance in my life. I became more resilient and adaptable in the face of stress and setbacks. Remember, you have the power to control your emotions. Don't let them control you. Now, the fourth way to level up your mental strength is by becoming a giver, not a taker. Now, here's a challenge for you. Stop focusing on what you can get out of your relationships and start thinking about what you can put in. Think about the last time you helped someone out. How did it make you feel? It's hard to put into words the feeling of giving without expecting anything in return. It's a feeling of pure joy and fulfillment. The reason for this is simple. When you help others, you shift your focus away from your own problems and onto the problems of others. This helps you gain a new perspective and to realize that your problems aren't as big as you think. It also helps you develop empathy and compassion, which are essential for building meaningful connections with others. You see, most people go through life focused on themselves and what they can get out of it. But the truth is, it's in the giving that we find the greatest rewards. So I challenge you to make a conscious effort to help others without expecting anything in return. Volunteer your time, donate to charity, or simply lend a listening ear to a friend in need. Trust me, you'll feel great afterwards. Now, the fifth and final way to level up your mental game is by surrounding yourself with the right people. Your mental strength is heavily influenced by your environment. If you surround yourself with negative people who bring you down, then that's what you'll become. But if you choose to surround yourself with positive, supportive people who uplift you, then you'll start to see a difference in your mental game. Think about the friends you spend the most time with. Are they positive and supportive or negative and judgmental? Your answer to that question is crucial to leveling up your mental game. You need to start surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and your abilities, who push you to be the best version of yourself, and who support you through the ups and downs of life. It's important to remember that you can't change people, but you can choose to distance yourself from those who are toxic and seek out those who are positive and uplifting. This may mean cutting ties with some of your old friends and making new ones, but it's worth it. Trust me, having the right people by your side can make all the difference when you're facing challenges or setbacks. They'll be there to pick you up and help you get back on your feet. So make an effort to nurture the relationships you have with people who are positive and supportive and start distancing yourself from those who are negative and toxic. You'll soon start to see a difference in your mental game. So brothers, it's time to level up your mental game. Don't wait any longer to prioritize your mental health. Start today. Embrace stillness, reframe negative thoughts, master your emotions, become a giver, not a taker, and surround yourself with the right people. You have the power to create the life you want. Don't settle for less. Go after it. And remember, true strength comes from both physical and mental power. So keep pushing forward and never give up on yourself.